see trouble at the kitchen line for Carvajal and Castillo just because of the weaponry of the ladies in pink.
Parenteau with a big drive early. Originally from Montreal, played tennis at the University of Arkansas for a year before transferring to Michigan State, where she met Simone Jargin, one of the greats. Good pressure from Judit Castillo at the kitchen.
Yeah, and you want to talk about an athlete, Castillo, soccer background. You want a covering of the court better than just about anybody.
Played college tennis at Northwestern State University of Louisiana, Judit Castillo.
Yeah, and it has a big following in that state.
Parenteau big early on the right.
Sure, she's got a bunch of her fans here coming over. Texas is a humongous state, but it does touch Louisiana, so I'm sure a lot of folks hop in the car to come over and see you to play at this big event.
Leigh Waters hitting whatever angle she wants.
Yeah, did the old Jay de Villiers disguise, held the paddle up like she was going to hit an overhead, and then just dropped it on the court in front of her, set up the next one. So that's the thing when you're playing against these two. Their spin and their precision is better than yours at the kitchen line, so you have to move more than you used to. Castillo hit a great rolling backhand dink, but guess what? It's better on the other side.
Nice response from Carvajal. Counter punching. Lives the van life with her husband, tennis and pickleball coach. Down the line, beauty for Leigh Waters. That backhand is just so good.
It is, and it's funny with these two because they're favored to play each other in singles later in the week in the final. They have to certainly earn their way there, but the two-handed backhands for both are great in doubles as well. And unlike most teams, Michelle, they just keep switching back and forth. We're good. And that is a nightmare to play against because you don't get into repeatable patterns because they're never in the same place.
Just back for Carvajal. Leigh Waters and Catherine Parenteau off to a hot start, 6-1, game one.
And they will play at a lightning pace.
They just have such a good rhythm on their side. It's so fluid. They know each other's motions. 9 total medals together for Waters and Parenteau. Looking
all
for their
gold.
10th. All golds. Should have clarified that. Yes, thank you.
Lost. Oh my. Clean winner overhead or lob. When the lob doctor was on before you, you just.
She was inspired.
Oh yeah. Just feel the vibe. I mean, look at that. On the line, cross court. Just gorgeous.
Half Ernie for Catherine Parenteau.
How hilarious is it for Parenteau to let a forehand sitter in the middle go and bounce to the two-handed backhand of that lady right there?
These two just don't miss, Parenteau and Waters.
No, and then, you know, you talked about the progressive draw. Well, guess what? We have 3 matches tomorrow. There is a sense of urgency to get out of here, to get out of the cold on that court. And that is the other thing they do. They also defend. They're underrated defenders, too. So you feel like you got to do a little too much. And that was a wild swing by Judit right there.
Parenteau right down the line on Carvajal.
But her play this year has been spectacular.
Oh, missed put away for Parenteau. Was just going to say that's the difference maker. Her defense is just as good as her offense.
It is, and after putting the graphic up and saying how great she is, I thought we had the perfect point to pay that off, and the ball slides right off the top of the net there. When you play this team, it just looks like everything is on balance in pink and off balance on the other side, because they just put you in awkward positions with their specificity of shot making.
You just don't get a break. And inside out on the backhand too from Waters.
I mean, the swing path of that's ridiculous, because you have to let the ball travel and then you have to pronate your wrist to leave that open over there, and she just does it brilliantly.
Another game point for the 1 seed. Held off for now by Castillo.
Yeah, really nice volley there, down on the high third from Leigh Waters. A little sloppy at the edge of the finish line here, so see if Judit Castillo here with the serve can get a little something going.
Oh, Castillo got involved in the middle. Catherine Parenteau says no problem. Inside out roll right at the belly.
Yeah, and that's a great choice by Parenteau on if someone's going to just hit this very loopy third shot here like that one, step back and pound it.
That's the tough part about Leigh Waters' backhand, is just when you look like she's going cross, she jams you line, cross that time. Another game point. Ooh. Oh, what a shot from Judit Castillo.
I mean, clean winner off the bounce, beats Leigh Waters after an unbelievable get on the let cord. That is pure brilliance from Judit.
And that's how game 1 will conclude. 11-2.
Enjoying the weather.
Well, it's kind of freezing here for some of these Florida-based players.
Yes, good point.
And Austin, Texas-based players.
Good point.
60 degrees, and can confirm it is wet, which is why we are inside. Thank you, Amy. And thank you, Dave, for pointing out the best weather pun I'm sure she's never heard
before. Never, ever.
What a finish for Catherine Parenteau. Looking as good as ever. This is the second round of action here in the women's doubles portion of the draw. Oh, and saying a little prayer for Glauka. Her and Judit Castillo grew up playing tennis together, both originally from Spain.
you just feel so much pressure of the dinks that if you leave it up, you know you're starting to cause problems. But if you bail like Judit did there and then try to do an aggressive dink, you've given too much ground and you're going to miss it in the net.
Wide for Castillo. Glauka with a nice finish down the line on Waters.
Some good scrapping from Castillo before that, and then beautiful finish there. Let's see if that can get these two going.
Good pressure from Judit Castillo. A couple of Spaniards chasing down the top team in the world.
Middle dink's been a problem.
Parenteau and Waters can create lots of them.
One of many problems, yes. Just a pretty drop volley there. Glauka. Carvajal likes that high looping drop, and like to see her just put a little more on it and not quite as high to take all the offense off of the return of that shot.
Waters was wound up, ready for it.
Yeah, Carvajal got away with something there, but went in the net.
Another finesse touch from Leigh Waters.
Yeah, you see couple of combinations where you're used to Parenteau and Waters ending the rally, but with the Franklin X40 ball, it's just harder to put that away, especially against someone like Castillo who can track down just about anything, but the drop shot works no matter what the ball is.
Nice finish from Captain Parenteau.
And Lee's like, okay, you want to see soccer player run? I've got that in my background too. Judit comes flying up there and then puts it in a safe place.
Both players loved soccer growing up. Castillo as well.
And then Catherine Parenteau was an awesome baseball player, not softball, baseball player in Canada. Yes.
No kidding.
Loved baseball, was very accomplished there, and then
back on championship court, presented by Pickleball.com. Leigh Waters and Catherine Parenteau on top now, 7-1 in game 2. These two have never lost as a partnership.
That sounds like a very good record.
9 straight tournaments together, perfectly finishing with gold medals in each. Let's have a look outside. In case you're wondering why we're playing inside, well, there you have it.
That does not look fun.
It is downpouring today. It has not stopped. Dallas, not kind to us today with the weather. Amy Freeze
just nailed it.
She was correct.
Yep, God bless America out there with the flag, but so thankful to have this indoor option here. And these two won their first title together at this tournament last year.
Waters and Parenteau.
Yes.
Yes, they did. That is a great point by you, Dave. Haven't lost since. Heavy angles from Parenteau.
I think they're calling it wide, and I tend to agree. So there's a conference with the referees, and I think that's pretty close over there.
I don't know.
Judit called it right away. At 8-2, we will not have an additional dialogue.
There are no challenges. For the record, when we're indoors, outdoors, different story.
For sure. And if we were indoors the whole time, we would have had the whole setup. But this entire thing was moved because of flag cam and the weather and Mother Nature not cooperating. But all good.
Great defense from Carvajal and Castillo, but Parenteau overpowers them down the middle.
Yeah, you're just getting carved like the Thanksgiving turkey with these two. I mean, they put it on one side, then the other, and then you're flying forward, and then it's right down the middle for the winner. Just so smart.
One team in women's doubles advanced already to the quarterfinals. Paris Todd and Jessie Irvin. A clean sweep over Megan Dazan and Shelby Bates.
Okay,
in three.
It's a good win for them. They are
the 3 seed.
A new team that would love a shot at the ladies in pink, assuming they get through.
They're in the lower portion of the bracket. They could definitely make a run for it.
And we'll see the 2 seed later in Anna Bright and Jade Kawamoto. That's just a terrific read by Catherine Parenteau, and the footwork is spectacular. Well outside of any risk of being a footfall. And Leigh beat Catherine to the final swing there. And again, shake and bake and AL, new paddle flying through the air. Both ladies actually have a new paddle. Catherine's more of a colorway difference.
Game point for the 1 seed once more. They will finish it. Same scoreline as game 1.
At Nationals last year out in Indian Wells, tore her ACL playing mixed doubles. And then, unfortunately, she has been rehabbing but coaching up her daughter, and what a thrill for her as the mom to still be connected. Obviously, Leigh is one of the great coaches in our game. Also coaches Christian Alshon, who is having a great couple of weeks himself.
Yeah.
So her pedigree will return. She's playing some, just very slow. I hit some with her the other day. So it's a progression. She's not in a hurry.
Once she comes back and her and Annalie reunite, how different will the game be, though, when she last played in it?
Yeah.
With all these pros emerging at the top.
That Carvajal backhand has looked very good when she has found the right place to use it, and a real compact swing through there. I think the question is, how much reuniting will there even be? I mean, that's a family decision there, but when your daughter hasn't lost all year in women's doubles, why are you changing much? I think they should definitely have one. If there's going to be one final tournament, they have to do that, and maybe there'll be more than that. On the dropper.
Dodged a bullet.
Yeah, that's just a complete mishit from Annalie Waters. Unfortunately for Carvajal, it stayed just to the left of her because that was coming with some heat. And that inside out from Catherine there. The flash is awesome, but the spin and shot placement is just so good from these two.
Parenteau putting the pressure straight ahead on Castillo despite the side switch there on those far side.
Yeah, and you saw Parenteau saw a player winding up. There was no disguise on that, so she just said, all right, I'm going to block that back at you, no problem. Yeah, and short returns are just going to be hammered and set up the next one. You saw Parenteau even go, okay, this is what I have to do. Yeah, very smiley over here, and her brand new paddle is at the Pickleball Central store here on the grounds if you're coming out to the event for the rest of the week.
Yeah, add carbon fiber to Annalie Waters games. Look out. Oh, Waters hammers the angle.
Very nonchalant finding the angle. They're just like, okay, we're going to keep you guys back, and then just finds an angle in the kitchen. Carvajal married to another great pickleball player, Brandon Lane, so lots of great practice for those two.
Shot from Glauka, throws her hands in the air, and the crowd goes wild too.
Touchdown, Glauka. Nice point, though. A lot of pressure there, kept them back. And, you know, when you have those opportunities, obviously a very one-sided score. I mean, this is how you learn what the mountain you have to climb is to get to the top of the game. Judit apologizing 7 times, down 11-2, 11-2, 6-3. So I'm sure they appreciate it, but she wants every one of those.
Castillo also a great singles player in women's on the rise.
Very good. That court coverage and athleticism, a big part of it, and obviously the tennis pedigree to go with it. And it's, you know, we expect these people to be finished products right away. That's not the case. She showed up in Dallas in December last year, and I played some with Judit, and she has come so far in just 10 months' time that just wait till you get more reps, more matches like this, and put it all together. I mean, that's the thing, is who can find that next level. You can get 90% of the way there and play at this level. Do you have that last 5, 6, 7, maybe 9%?
A couple misses for Parenteau in a row.
That is a frustrating rally for Castillo there, because she had Leigh Waters backing up and just blocking and defending right there. And then that turned it around because Castillo couldn't get on top of the backhand.
Ooh, a whip of a backhand from Leigh Waters.
I mean, 98% of teams let the person with the forehand come demolish that, and Leigh whips it back the opposite way. Beautiful shot.
Oh, high formation. And it works.
Synchronized swimming there in the middle of that. I love cinema cam.
Me too. Such a cool look at the game. That ball just barely snuck out.
Yep.
Waters and Parenteau 3 points away from the quarterfinals. Next play from Glauka. That backhand strikes again.
It's really good when she is close to the ball a couple times, because she has a compact swing, so she doesn't extend her arms all the way out. So when she does reach, it's not nearly as good. But when it's in tight, that's a really good swing.
The retouch of Leigh Waters works again. Gets the serve back.
Yeah, 5 brilliant drop volleys in this match from Leigh Waters. You think Leig's running out for the ATP, and then pulls big topspin back cross court, which gets Carvajal off balance, and Catherine's there with the one-hander. Finish that one off.
That ball catches the line. Good defense from Glauka. Carvajal. Crowd is willing them to stay alive in game 3.
They want more pickle. They want more of this.
Don't worry, we've got 2 more matches, fans. Plenty more. Match point now for Waters and Parenteau through to the quarters. We'll have the winner of Lauren Stratman and Vivian Glasman, or Jillian Braverman and Hurricane Tyra Black coming together. Interesting partnership. Catherine Parenteau closes it out on her paddle, and what a run.